Okay. I suppose it is time to make the final video for Rookie Meisterschaft about the two final races on Vallelunga. I don't really super want to do that because this feels like fucking work and it's not very fun to do these to be honest, but whatever. I feel like I should do this since I already started. So let's just keep doing this. I'm not in a great mood because I'm feeling lazy as fuck, so this video is probably gonna be short and boring, whatever. So first race I qualified 10th, Mike qualified 6th. I actually tried hard to qualify and I think I got like a personal best in qualifying, but still it wasn't good enough to start anywhere closer to the beginning of the pack, but whatever. Anyway, let's just watch the start quickly. 86 has a very good launch and just passes me in turn 1. And let's switch to Mike's car for now. Mike goes a little bit wide here, and it has to go side by side with 503, which is kind of scary, but Mike is okay, but I am not okay because this shit happens here. So let's watch that again. Race control looked at this incident and it was kind of like a racing incident. It was decided that it was a racing incident, no one get any penalty for that. But yeah, we're like sort of going like too wide. You can see on Helicorsa that Helicorsa shows me that we are side by side with 58. But if you switch to 58, actually, he's like kind of, it looks like he's ahead at this point. So maybe he wasn't even aware that I was there. So I don't know. So I guess like technically I sort of dive bomb him. But man, this is just kind of a shitty situation. This is like fucking lap 1. You should be aware that there are cars around and you should look in mirrors and such, and just like you need to have better awareness really. So like we're just like I could like also cut more here on the apex here, which I didn't. But still, like 12. Like you can see 12 just really goes here, not leaving me any space. But I guess he... Wait, what did I say? 12, not 12. His car is car 12, but number 58. He just really goes really close to the apex here. I guess he just didn't know that I was there. So it's like kind of a dive bomb on my part, but kind of not really, kind of like a questionable moment. And well, obviously a lot of races went like shit, you know, like the races on Newlands Ring were memes, so I wanted to have good race here in Vallelunga, and this happens on fucking lap 1, and so I dropped to last because of that shit. Like, this is just so fucking dumb, like, whatever. So nothing happens for the next couple of laps. I'm just like driving. I'm really fucking mad and I'm driving. And on lap 4 I catch up with number 2, so let's skip to that. All this time Mike is just driving in the front of the pack and having a good race, so we're not gonna see much of Mike because he was just like driving consistently and doing a good job, not really much to show. So here's number 2. I catch up with him, I start passing him. And immediately I fuck this up. Like it's kind of a common mistake that I do. So now we're going side by side. I let him go on the inside here. Still kind of going side by side. I was just not really doing a very good job here because 2 isn't a very fast guy and I shouldn't really have been struggling so much with passing him. But finally, at the start of lap 5, I finally pass him. And I keep driving again. Now let's see, the next episode that happens... It happens on lap 9 between 4 and 50. And in my notes it says I don't even know what happened with them, so let's skip to that. It should be like 1 hour 2 minutes mark. Somewhere around here, so let's see if anything happens, because in my notes it says like what the fuck were they even investigating here? Was that it? Was that it? Was there even any contact? I don't know, but apparently something happened here somewhere around this point. And race control had a look at that apparently. But like I don't really know what the fuck happened here. Maybe I have the wrong timestamp or something. I don't know. Anyway, at this time I was still driving and nothing interesting was happening. I was catching up with who is this guy? Number 22, yes. Oh yeah, something interesting is gonna happen. By the way, let me get rid of that. Something interesting is gonna happen. Actually, right about now, I think. No, it actually happened before. Let me rewind a little bit. Somewhere here. It happened once again between 50 and number 4. So let's switch to number 4. And just fucking watch this. So like 4 is catching up to 50. He's driving real close using the slipstream and he's ready to attack. And he tries to move. And like fucking look at this shitty fucking cock blocking. I guess like technically, like 50 doesn't do anything that's against the rules, but that's just such a shitty fucking thing to do. Like, I mean, if you want to defend, pick a defensive line and keep it. But this is not defense, this is just like straight up blocking. Like you see, as soon as 4 starts to move, like he wants to like get out of slipstream and start passing 50, 50 moves as well. Like 4 starts moving a little bit, 50 moves a little bit. 4 moves a little bit and 50 like... You see, like trying to fucking push him off the track essentially. I mean, he's like leaving him just enough space to pass through here. But this is just such a fucking dick maneuver. And this is not something race control even bothered with. Like, yeah, that wasn't a collision, so whatever, they are not looking at that unless you like specifically report shit. But this is just such an insane fucking thing to do, and it's just like outrageous. This is how people drive in this league. This is what is acceptable, this is what is to be expected in this league, and it's just like fucking makes me mad when I see shit like this. Okay, another thing that happens is that 16 makes a mistake in turn 1 for no reason. And so 22 passes him and I pass him as well. You may remember the troubles I had with 16 in previous races, so that's kind of a very good thing that I'm ahead of him at this point. For the next couple of laps, nothing really happens. So let's check up on Mike, I guess. So this is 86. There is Mike ahead of him. There Mike is, just following a couple of guys that are fighting. And Mike is gonna have a little bit of a chance to attack soon. Like somewhere around here, I guess. Let's see. But he cannot really pull this off, and he touches the wall as well. So that's kind of unfortunate for Mike, but he tried. Like, I don't know, that wasn't a very super interesting episode. I don't know why I have it in my notes, but whatever. Just not much happened in race 1, to be honest. So I was kind of struggling to find shit to show you in this video. Okay, so for the next part everyone is driving, so let's switch back to my car. And I am catching up with 22, and on lap 16 I pass him finally, so let's skip to that point. There we go, that's like a bit too far. Let's watch this. 22 is just like kind of slow in turn 1. Yeah, he makes a mistake, he goes too wide and has to slow down so he doesn't go off track. And I finally pass him. At the same time, something like really strange happens. Not really strange, it's a different accident I was thinking about, but something happens. This, let's see, car 17. This is another fucking case of outrageous cog blocking. So let's see. This is not defending. Like, this isn't defending. Like, defending is where you, like, instead of, you know, taking the normal trajectory through the corner, you, like, take the inside line. Like, you show, like, right away, before the corner even starts, that you're gonna take the inside line. And this is, like, defensive driving, like, forcing the other car to take the outside line, or, like, some other line that is not beneficial for speed. But this is just like fucking cog blocking. So he just drives fast, drives straight, and now that 11 is close and 11 wants to like get out of slipstream and start passing him, he just like once again he just moves ahead of 11. And this time he doesn't even leave space, like 50 at least left space for 4. But 127 doesn't even leave space. This is just like completely fucking outrageous shit. Once again, race control doesn't look at these kinds of incidents. And it is just kind of insane. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? Like, this is not racing. This is like fucking shit. What is this, like fucking public server on Project Cars or something? This is a fucking league in Assetto Corsa. Like, it's just insane. Like, the people do this shit here. But there is justice in this world. Because after this, like, shitty fucking cockblock maneuver, 127. Blows up his engine. You fucking deserved it. You fucking deserved this for that fucking crap that you just did. Okay. Let's switch to Mike. There is Mike. And he was just driving until lap 18, I guess, where 86 finally catches up with him. Let's watch that from 86 perspective. So you see Mike kind of slides a little bit, has kind of a shitty exit, and 86 uses this to pass him. And 86 is a pretty fast guy, so Mike doesn't really do anything about this anymore. And just for the end of the race, Mike is just driving behind 86. Now let's see if anything else interesting happened. Well, nothing happened. We were just like pretty much driving. And at the very last lap, which was lap 22, I guess, at the very end of the race, I get close to 121, but I just don't have enough time. Like, if I had 1 or 2 more laps, I could have maybe passed him, but it was the end of the race already, so I didn't manage to do that. And so, in the end of race 1, Mike finished in 6th place, and I finished in 11th. If I could freaking overtake this guy in time, I would have been starting from pole position in race 2, but too bad. And actually, there's gonna be one thing at the start of race 2 that like made me really mad. But I didn't really realize that it happened until I watched the replay much later after the race. So yeah, this is the end of race 1. It was shit. Because of that stupid fucking contact with 58. This shit just keeps happening. Oh well. Anyway, let me load the replay for race 2. Once again, it's gonna take like half an hour for it to load, so find something else to do in the meantime, because I'm sure as hell I'm not gonna like stop the video and then try to glue it back together, because fuck that. I'm already putting in these videos more effort than they deserve. Oh boy, that's a lot of fucking notes, just for the start of race 2. I've been taking these notes a while ago, so I don't really remember very well all the things that happened. So you'll have to bear with me going through the notes and reading them. Okay. It loaded. I hope you're happy. So, Mike is starting in 5th position, and I'm starting in 11th. And you can already see that something is wrong here. if you're paying attention. Okay, let me switch. Yeah, this is pretty much where the race is starting. You see this spot here? This empty fucking spot? This is where 121, that finished just like 1 second ahead of me, would have been. If he fucking went to the fucking grid! Jesus Christ. Like, I didn't even know that, like, during the race, but when I watched the replay, I'm like, what the fuck? So this bastard just fucking finishes in 10th place, gets the pole in the second race, and then he just doesn't fucking go on grid. Well, I don't know, maybe he had some kind of, like, computer trouble or whatever, because he joined the race later. And he started, like, from pits or whatever. But man, like, what the fuck is this? I could have been there. I should have been there. Actually, I should have been somewhere else. I shouldn't have been fucking crashed on lap 1. But whatever. Let's try to see what happens at the start here. Let me have a look at my notes. I guess nothing really interesting happened with me, so let's switch to Mike. Yeah, there is Mike in 5th place. Well, I guess 4th, since the first guy didn't come. I guess technically 4th, but this is like the 5th spot on the grid anyway. So let's watch the start here. '86 has a very good start again. I have no idea how the fuck he launches like that, but he has a very good start and passes Mike right away. Then something is gonna happen with 503 and with 58. Let's see. Yeah, both of these cars just go off track in turn 1 for no good reason. And guess what happens next? Guess what fucking happens next? I have a shitty fucking accident again. And I dropped to fucking last again. Well, I guess it's not really last, because there he is, like, 121. Who started later, but man, like, once again on lap 1 shit happens. And once again it's not my fault. Like, the first accident in race 1, that was kind of questionable. But still, like, it wasn't really anyone's fault. But here, I know whose fault is that, but race control doesn't. So let's see, like, here's me, here's 58, and we're going too wide, side by side, just like perfectly fine. We're just driving perfectly fine. Like, he's leaving me space. And then fucking 25. Which car is that on the replays? C9, okay. And then 25, once again, with zero regard to cars around him on lap 1, he just like fucking dives. And you can see he hits 58 to his left front wheel. And 58 crashes into me because of that contact. And he kind of spins and he blocks my way. I guess I should have been braking more here. I don't think I was braking at all here, actually. I was just got really fucking mad and confused because I had contact with 58 in the first race, and here once again I got contact with 58 and I was like, fucking 58, what the fuck are you doing? But during the race I didn't know that it wasn't his fault at all. So I kind of bump into him a couple times. And like that slows me down enough. So once again, like, I'm in the fucking ass. And guess what? Race control was like, oh, it's like between Hippo and 58. Well, I guess there's gonna be no penalty. Well, thanks for not fucking giving me penalty for that, race control. But the 25th involvement, he got nothing. It was like, oh, it's like 58 versus Hippo. And this shitty fucking maneuver that 25 pulled on us, right? This fucking thing that he just kind of like moves across the track, like for no reason whatsoever. He's got a fucking car inside and he just moves like that, zero regard. Hits 58, sends him into me. He didn't get anything for that. Fucking bullshit. Like, I had questions to race control before, but this is like real fucking stupid shit. Well, so this is happening. Meanwhile, Mike is getting booped in the ass here. Boop. Fortunately, nothing really bad happens. And at the same time, so much shit on lap 1. Holy crap. Let's see. Something happened here with 503. Let's see. Oh, that happens later. I guess nothing really bad happened here. But that's a nice fucking dive bomb. 503, good job. Though I guess he screwed himself over more than anyone else, so whatever. So, lap 2. The start of lap 2, 86 touches a wall. Slides a little bit, going too wide with Mike. Mike fucks up a little bit, but nothing too major. So 86 just slides. I don't know how he lost his car there. He slides a little bit. Going side by side with Mike again. But he manages to stay ahead. And so Mike is dealing with 11 right now at this point. But if we turn back a little bit, there's like 20 seconds before that. Something stupid happens here. Like 2 just goes into a wall. Gives me free position. Like, I don't know how that happened, but I'm just gonna take free positions, whatever. I'm not complaining. So the next thing that happens between 58 and 503. Just a bit later, on lap 3. Yeah, here. And this was another, like, stupid fucking decision from race control. Like, you see that 58 is going side by side with 22. And so he's a bit slower, so there is like a little bit of space here on the apex. And 503 just fucking dives 58 and hits him, and they both spin. And 58 hits like 503 again. And I guess race control just looked at this part where 58 just hits 503 here. I don't think he could avoid that because his car was just kind of sliding. Like, maybe if he slammed the brakes, was he actually braking? Not really. I guess he wanted to recover from the spin, so he wasn't really trying to hold brakes, because he probably would have turned around completely if he was, so I don't know. But he just kind of like slides back into 503 and hits him. And 503 is still ahead, and 58 slows down a lot, and 58 got 1 penalty point for that. But like, what the fuck? This entire problem was caused by 503 diving in a really shitty manner. And 58 got penalty for that. It's like, what the fuck is race control fucking smoking? And yeah, so while they were figuring this out, I passed them both here. At the same time, Mike is actually passing 86. A bit of a bonk, but everyone's alive, all is well. Let's keep watching Mike. So this is where Mike's race kinda went to shit, because like, I'm not sure what happened here, but he just completely fucks up turn 1. And he's passed by literally everyone. Mike is passed by 86, 11, 50, 25 and 4 by all these cars. And he also gets bonked in the ass by 127. So that's kind of like amazing, because like Mike is freaking off track essentially. Like imagine being off track and still getting fucking bonked in the ass. Like, what the fuck is up with that? But yeah, that was kind of very unfortunate for Mike. Let's switch back to his car. There he is. Here Mike fucks up this set of corners, and I guess he kind of really messed up the race for like 127. Well, not the race, but just like this particular episode. And 127 did mistake of his own, bumping on this fucking thing. So he like didn't have very good control of his car at this point because of that jump. And then there is Mike right in front of him, just like fucking spinning and shit. Yeah, I guess 127 must have been pretty mad about this. But because of this mistake, Mike is being passed by 16. And now he just starts going side by side with 16. That was a pretty cool driving, both from Mike and 16, but like you can see, unfortunate things happen. Like 16 slides a little bit, so Mike breaks a little bit, maybe more than he otherwise would need, and he also starts sliding, and 127 just hits Mike here. And 127 got 1 penalty point for this. But I don't know, it's kind of, well, obviously if you are behind the car and you hit it like that, like, it looks like he really tried to avoid this, but Mike was just already spinning. Like, maybe Mike could have caught the slide, but yeah, like you can see, instead of just like going wherever, like 127 like really tries to turn away from Mike, but too bad Mike is going in the same direction, and so this contact happens. Mike is sent into a wall, and this is where Mike's race like really ended. And he gets passed by 127, by 22, by me, by 503, and by 2 as well. 222, C14. There is Mike. Goodbye, Mike. That was unfortunate. He really lost a lot of time at this point. Meanwhile, 22 makes a mistake in turn 1. And so I pass him. At the same time, Mike makes another mistake in turn 1. So he goes off track again. And he is passed by 58. But 58 at the same time bonks 121 in the ass. .121 just goes the fuck away, and race control. Oh yeah, race control did look at that. Yeah, 58 got 2 points for this. And something like interesting happens here. If we can keep watching 58, like he just slows down for no reason, and Mike passes him back. Like I don't know what happened here. Like maybe he was trying to give his position back to 121, but 121 he was too far away. So that was just strange. Like I don't know why 58 slows down like that. But such is life, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Nothing really super interesting happens. I got some notes here, but that's like nothing too relevant. Let's see. If we skip to lap 10, let's do that. At lap 10, Mike passes 2, because once again 2 is having problems with turn last turn for some reason. Like, I don't know why. And so he just spins. Mike passes him. And from this point on, it is forever alone driving for Mike until a thing happens. You will see a thing, don't worry. I'm still driving, still following some guys here. Oh yes, this is me actually driving behind 16. And you remember like the trouble I had with 16 on Ringen, and this time I just said to myself, I will not fucking let this shit happen again. I will fucking pass him no matter what. So I just keep driving behind him, waiting for an opportunity. Until he finally makes a mistake. So we're going side by side in turn 2. And I finally pass him, and I'm like, fuck yeah, and guess what happens? I fuck up turn 3. In the exact same fashion as I did in race 1. And so 16 is ahead again, I'm like, fuck! And so I'm following him again. Next lap something mildly amusing is gonna happen. Oh wait, I actually passed him. Yeah, okay, yeah, this wasn't my notes. I just kinda looked over it. So yeah. I got better exit from turn 1. And once again I pass him in turn 2. This time though I managed to not fuck up turn 3 too badly. And so I managed to stay ahead this time. I was like pretty pleased with myself after this. Meantime, no, I guess this is next lap. Yeah, this must be on the next lap. Yeah, let me just skip to that. Let's see, 14:48. Yeah, look at this. Oh! Assetto Corsa netcode, everyone. And I actually saw that from my cockpit. Let's see. So I see the guy just driving into a wall and disappearing. I'm like, what the fuck? But that was just netcode. Yeah, good job, Assetto Corsa. What else is there? There was some kind of incident on lap 17 between 127 and 50. So let's have a look at that. 1748. Let's see what happened here. Oh, I see. 86 kind of doesn't have the best turn one. Yeah, you can see he is kind of like in the middle of the track here instead of going for the apex. I guess he was like going too fast or something, or like, I don't fucking know. And so 50 slows down so he doesn't crash into the S of 86, and 127 doesn't. And so he bumps 50 in the S. Race control looked at that, and there was no penalty for this. Well, this is just understandable. Like 86 kinda messed. Oh, hello, hello. Okay, I guess the sound is back. Sorry, that shit happens sometimes. Yeah, we have sound back. Okay. So yeah, that happened. Yeah. On lap 18, I actually catch up with number 4. Yeah, he has a mistake here, so I pass him, but he's gonna pass me right back. And so here I'm just kinda stuck in this situation where like 4 and 25 are fighting between themselves, and because of that they're slowing down and I'm just right behind them. Let's fast forward a little bit. So here, is it actually here? No, I guess it's next lap. Let's keep forwarding. I guess my notes are kind of messed up. Whatever. Yeah, you can see they're fighting pretty closely. Oh no, wait, I was looking at the wrong spot in my notes. Well, still it was interesting to look at that, but something happened here, yes. It did happen on lap 20, like the thing that I was thinking of happened on lap 22, but there was something else on lap 20 that I needed to have a look at, so let's go back to that place. Somewhere around here, it happened between 127 and 86, and this actually got 4 points, 4 penalty points for 127. Let's watch that. I kind of don't know how it happened. It was like kind of really weird. Yeah, just 127 just completely fucking crashes. 86. But that's kind of weird. Like, let's see. Let's switch to 86. So like they're just driving, right? And when 127 turns, it looks like he has some kind of burst of speed or something, because he's like clearly behind 86, right? and when he was turning he should have been like even more behind. But somehow he manages to, you know, close this gap very quickly. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Maybe it was some kind of lag or something, like 127 was closer to 86 than everyone realized, and so he just kind of bumps 86 in the ass here, and 86 is really fucked because of this collision. Still manages to recover from that, keeps driving. 127 slows down, lets him pass. Still got four points for that, and I think actually 127 got like disqualified from the race for all the points that he got, the penalty points. But yeah, back to me. Let's see. Lap 22. So I don't remember in which position I was. I think it was like 8 or something. So like wasn't like too terrible. Like I was like second to last after the first accident in this race, and like people were spinning and I was passing people, so I made up some positions and I was feeling good about myself up until this point. So some contact is happening. And this is another like questionable fucking moment. Like you can see I kinda start turning later, but I don't know, I'm convinced that I was making this corner. I'm convinced that I would have made this corner. But 25 just kinda cuts too much. Let's switch to 25. Actually got one penalty point for that. So race control decided it was 25's fault. Yeah, he just kind of really dives, and you know, this contact kind of happens early, so it's kind of hard to tell what would have happened otherwise. But it kind of looks like he's like really cutting too much. Like he's like really going for the apex here, not leaving me space. But like once again, Helicourse is showing me that we are side by side. Maybe like Helicourse just isn't any fucking good, because you can see it is showing me that like half of my car, like there's already like intersection for like half of the car length. But if you switch to 25, it kind of looks like he's ahead. So I don't know. But yeah, basically this shit happens, and I really spin the fuck out here, and I lose all these positions that I have gained. And I'm passed by 4, 503, 16, and 22. And here, like, my wheel was kind of upside down, and this race I was driving with paddle shifters and not the H pattern shifter. So I got kind of confused with gears, and instead of like switching to first, I switched into fifth because my wheel was upside down and the right pedal was on the left. Like what the car isn't switching gears, the car isn't going, so I kind of derp around here for a long time. And so here goes 22, and here goes Mike. Oh shit. Mike got spooked by my car and he just spins. And you could kinda say that it is my fault, but literally everyone else managed to pass me without issue, and Mike was the only one who spins here. Like, I don't know, he just slammed the brakes too hard or something. Like, really, he had options here. He probably could afford to go on the inside without spinning. He probably could have pulled this off, but even if he was going too fast, he could still just go on the outside. Like, yeah, maybe he would have gone off track in that case, but it's probably better than spinning completely. So yeah, it's just kind of my kind of panic here. He really didn't have to spin here. But he doesn't lose any positions because everyone else is just too far behind. So whatever. And then it was just forever alone driving for both me and Mike, because like we lost way too much time because of that shit. So let's just skip to the next accident between 4 and 25. It happened, I don't know what lap that was, because I stopped counting when I was writing my notes. But that happened at like 26, 23, let's see. Somewhere around here. Yeah, 25 just doesn't break enough, I guess, and just bumps 4 in the S and passes him. Race control looked at that and there was no penalty. Huh. Kinda weird, but okay. We have already determined that race control is just like, I don't know, tosses a fucking coin when they decide like if there's gonna be any penalty or not. So that happened between 4 and 25. On lap 31, let's see. On lap 31, I am passing number 2. Number 2 was a lap down, so that didn't really matter. And he's just being real nice. And he slows down to let me pass. He respects blue flags. And several laps later, Mike passes him in the same fashion. Once again on the main straight. And 2 just lets him pass again. And nothing really interesting happened at this point anymore. And in the second race I finished 10th and Mike finished 11th. So I was kind of like looking forward to have a good race, good last race in the championship, but it was like fucking shit again. It made me mad. Okay, so I guess we can have a look at final results. Let's do that. Let's have a look. This is actually a copy of the document that I saved in my Google Drive. So still somehow we managed to end up in top 10. I am in 7th place, Mike is in 10th place. And our team is in 3rd place in team standings. And in the rookie leaderboard, I'm in 2nd place, Mike is in 3rd place, and 61 Bram Jacob wins the rookie championship, and he somehow actually managed to get into the 3rd spot on the overall leaderboard, so that's pretty cool for him. But whatever, basically this is over now, so fuck that, nobody cares anymore. Except I can fucking complain that the race administration doesn't really take a very good job maintaining these tables. So probably some of these points are wrong somewhere. So, like for example, let's see, for the second race on Ringen, right? You see 16 says 10th place, and 503 says 10th place. And I actually pointed that out. I actually wrote to them, hey guys, you got like fucking wrong stuff in here. Like this is not right. Like, can you like have a look at that? And they just didn't give a fuck. So yeah, and also like in the penalty points, right? It says here that I have 1, and I actually don't, because it was 1 penalty point for 25, but they like fucked it up here in the table. So it says that it's one point for me, and this is wrong. I should have 0. But once again, like people who are making up these tables are just not really doing a very good job. This isn't the first time this kind of crap happens. I had to correct that like a few times before, and I guess nobody just double checks when they feel all this information in here. But yeah, whatever. This is like the final result. The result, whatever. We got like really kind of mad, but like not super mad. And then on the same week as this race happened, there was another event. There was Kisho race, which I might or might not make a video about because I haven't even watched the replay yet. And that race made us like really fucking mad, like to the point where we were just thinking about just saying like fuck this shit and like leaving this league and not racing there anymore. And actually yesterday there was already the first race of the F3 championship, and that one went kind of okay. There was some shit in there that like I'm also worried about, that I could get a lot of penalties for that, but we'll see what race control thinks, like at which side the coin lands this time. So yeah, there's like 2 more races that already happened, and I need to make videos about them as well, I guess. And as I said, I fucking don't want to make any fucking videos. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this shit? Why am I doing this? I don't know. Anyway, this is how the rookie championship ended, and it fucking sucked ass, but I guess it was kind of interesting at the same time. And when there was like actual racing happening, it was good. But there were like a lot of shitty, stupid fucking accidents and crap, and like basically shit kept happening to me. I don't know, like usually people say if like shit keeps happening to you, like it's not everyone's fault, but probably like fucking look at yourself, like what you're doing, maybe it's your fault. And I don't fucking know, maybe it is, but if I can get fucking clean races in iRacing with 0 contact, and then I go into this league, and then like I have like the shittiest fucking stupid accidents happening. Like I don't know. I still stand by my opinion that everyone in this league just drives like a maniac, apart from very few people. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a total fucking retard crasher, and I just don't fucking know shit. I don't know. I don't care. Like fuck this. This video is over. Ugh. Whatever. Why am I even making this? I don't know. Goodbye.